Good evening everybody, and welcome to another instalment of our Watch Focus vlog. Tonight, particularly excited, one of my favourite watches that we have in stock at the moment. Absolute beautiful watch, iconic part of watchmaking history. It is the 1964 IWC Cal.8451 automatic 18 karat yellow gold dress watch. So for those of you that don't know, IWC is an abbreviation of the International Watch Company. A little bit of a history about them before we get into this particular watch itself. So a chap called Florentine Ariosto-Jones, a watchmaker from Boston, founded the International Watch Company in 1868. He drew help of the qualified Swiss watchmakers to manufacture pocket watch movements to the highest possible standard. Upon Jones returning to America, the company was taken over, and excuse my pronunciation on this, by the Raschenbachs, an industrialist family from Schaffhausen in Switzerland. Now, IWC are currently making watches. They still have many watch models on the market, though they can sometimes be overlooked by the likes of Rolex, Breitling, Patek. I personally think IWC make gentlemen's watches. They make watches for the connoisseurs. This one particular is beautiful, great dress watch. So we'll have a look at the particulars of this watch and get down to the nitty-gritty of what it's all about. So the IWC Caliber 8451. As I've said, probably my favourite watch that we have in stock at the moment. This particular model, it was available at the time in 18 karat gilt, which would have been 18 karat gold plating over a base metal core, 9 karat or an 18 karat version being the top of the range. So this particular one here is the 18 karat gold version, 35mm case size. This particular watch has been serviced by a vintage Swiss master watchmaker, so we've had this serviced ourselves. We've had a little bit of work done on valeting the case itself, but we didn't want to do a huge amount because, to be honest, it was in great condition when we took ownership of it. So if we take a look at the dial is an original factory satin silver starburst finish. You can see under the light here, it really shows that starburst effect off beautifully. It's in great condition. I would say mint condition. There's not a single mark on it. It's correctly signed by International Watch Company at the top there, and just below here we've got the signature for the automatic movement inside, which we'll come to. So the arrow markers going around the outside of the dial are applied gold coloured battens. The hands are in very good shape. They're original to the watch, and the crystal lens, which we refer to as a plexiglass, it has got a slight mark on it. You can't see it on here, but we believe it to be the original, so we've not wanted to change that. So if we have a little look at the sides of the case, you can see it is in great condition. Like I said, we did have a very light polish on it. With it being 18 karat yellow gold, there were a few marks that we would prefer to have not been there, but that said, great condition all round. Got the original IWC winder here, which is quite rare for a 1964. Flipping it over on the back, you can see that we've got a fully polished 18 karat yellow gold case back. On the internals of the case, on the inside, it is fully hallmarked, solid 18 karat gold with the Swiss assay stamp. The case on the back does show inevitable signs of careful use over the years, but again, I'm happy to describe this as being in very good condition. So probably the biggest reason that this watch is popular amongst watch connoisseurs, collectors alike, and one of the reasons why it's, like I said, one of my favourite watches that we have in store at the moment, is sadly the one part of the watch that you can't see at the moment. And that's the powerhouse behind the actual watch itself, the caliber 8541 automatic movement. It's a 25 jeweled movement with a 40-hour power reserve. It was designed by a chap called Albert Peloton, who in the early 1900s became technical director of IWC. This automatic movement itself, this caliber, it shot to fame and was known as the Peloton winding system. And I won't go on too much about that, but Google is a wonderful thing. And if you do take some interest in this watch, I would recommend having a little Google about the Peloton winding system. It's thought to be one of the most accurate watch movements made, certainly around that time anyway. Well, sadly, that brings us to the end of this watch focus. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about this particular watch, the 1964 IWC caliber 8451 automatic 18 karat yellow gold dress watch.